Hello and welcome back to another Minecraft video. So today we're going to be looking at the very basics of redstone. We're not going to be going into any advanced sort of stuff. I'm just going to be showing you guys what pretty much all the stuff in the redstone menu does, how it works and how you can use it and stuff. If you guys want to see some more advanced sort of redstone, like putting some of this in the circuits and stuff, and let me know down in the comments below because I am willing to do it. But for now we're just going to keep it nice, simple and easy, because this is all you really need to know to get the basics of redstone in survival or whatever. So pretty much redstone is activated by current. So if you activate a lever or a torch near it, then it will create a redstone current. That redstone current will activate all the things that I'm going to be showing you in this. It does run out after a certain distance. So as you can see, it runs out there. But if you have one of these are redstone repeaters. If you place one of those at the end of the redstone current, or somewhere in the middle, then it will extend it out further. So you can use this to take your redstone current over a longer distance or whatever. So they're quite useful to do. Your redstone torch acts the same as a lever, same as a button. It creates a redstone current. Yeah. So if you put a torch on the back of a block, then it creates a redstone current on. But if you run something into the back of that, it turns it off. So it just pretty much switches around. So if you're running things off this and you want that to be active off this part of the redstone, but you want that part to turn off, or vice versa, then just use this sort of thing. Redstone torches can also be used to take current up, straight up, rather than having to build a stair or whatever going up in your redstone. So as you can see, that top one is currently on. So if I flick this, then that'll turn off. So you can take it up as high as you want. It just keeps going up and up and up and up. So that one's off. That means that one will be on, which will turn that one off, which will turn the next one on. It goes on back and forth all the way up to where you want to take it. So next up we got dispensers. So dispensers you probably already know a bit about. So you put things in it like arrows, and you put a redstone current going into the back of it. It'll fire arrows or whatever you put in it, unless it's like an object like, say, stone or something that you can't send flying or anything. Then it will just chuck it out in the ground just like that. You can only do things that you can propel or activate, like TNT. Next up we got the note blocks. So if you don't know much about note blocks, then just look at note block songs that people do, because you can do a lot of things with note blocks. But yeah, you just activate that with a regular redstone current, nothing special. Next up we got pistons. So pistons are one of the main things that you want to know about. So this is the regular piston. So if I put a block in front of this, just let me steal this one. If I put a block in front of this and activate this, that'll push that block out like that. So, and if I turn that off, it won't pull it back. Whereas the sticky piston, which is this, as you can see, that one's green. If I activate that, it'll push it out, then pull it back in. So, it's quite useful for if you're making a hidden door or whatever. It's quite useful for that sort of manner. There's a lot of things you can do with pistons, so yeah, just mess around with them and see what you can create. They're the main things you probably use in redstone. Then you got pressure plates, so you can use these for your doors or whatever, because you can activate them with doors as well. So if I was to put a door right in front of the pressure plate, then the pressure plate would open the door. It's a quick way of getting in and out, but yeah, it also just creates the redstone current that you can kind of use. So if I chuck a block on top of that, as you can see, it does nothing. But if I use a weighted pressure plate, then that will activate it like that. But depending on how much you put on there, so say if I've just got that one on there, then it'll only give me one there. If I put two on, it will probably go two in distance. So the amount of blocks that you drop on it, the further the current will go. Right? I know it's kind of complicated, but that's some more advanced sort of stuff. And then if you have a redstone block, so you turn a bunch of redstone dust into a redstone block, that redstone block will be always active. It's like a redstone torch. As soon as it touches a redstone current like that, then it will activate it and turn it on. You can also hook it up to a piston, and it won't activate that piston. The piston has to be activated by a separate current, so you can use that in some kind of contraption. Then you've got trip wires and string. So all you need to do with trip wires is place those on two sides, and then you put string in the gaps in between, and it should connect up like that, so you'll be able to see that it kind of both of them go down when you step on it. And when you step on that, if you put redstone around the back of the tripwire and you hook that around to whatever you need, like a trap or a door or whatever, as soon as you step on that, the redstone current will turn on. So it's quite useful if you want to trap someone or or open the door. It's quite a useful little thing to use. Alright, now daylight sensors. These pretty much activate by the time of day, so as you can see that one's yellow at the moment, so that means it's on day setting, so when it turns to day, the redstone current will go active. If I was to turn that to night, as you can see it wouldn't be active, but if I was to change a game mode to night, then that activates by night. And if I was to turn that to day, it'll turn off. So whatever you got that set on, day or night, as soon as it turns to that time of day, then it will activate. So if you want to set up your traps so they turn on at night around your house, then as soon as it turns to night, your redstone will turn on. It's quite an easy way to do it without having to switch it yourself. It's quite a useful little thing that you can use. Let's just switch that back to day. Okay, now hoppers, you can use to transport and catch items. So as you can see, there's nothing in the chest there, but if I chuck that in there, then this will end up over in this chest. That's because I've got them all facing into that. But with these things, if I place that straight down, as you can see, it's going straight down to the ground. If you're planning on running these over a long distance into a chest or something, then you need to make sure they're facing that way. And the way you do that is you go up to the chest, you go into crouch, you place it on it like that. And as you can see, that turns into that. If I was just to place it on the ground, then that wouldn't go into the chest. It'll just sit in the hopper. So you can just place them one on the other, back and forth, all the way like that. It's good for if you have farms as well. So if you have an automatic farm, all the wheat runs into the hoppers, it'll catch it all, and then it's put in a nice little neat pile in your chest. Okay, observers. So observers, these two next things are a bit more complicated. If you're just starting out with Redstone, I probably wouldn't recommend messing around with these things too much because they're a bit more sort of complicated. But observers go by the blocks that are in front, so as you can see, it gives a little pulse there every time a block is updated in front of it. You can see the little redstone pulse. So you can use that for a couple of different contraptions. And this one's probably the most complicated to get used to. So this is currently in subtraction mode. So I've got 5 going across there, and I've got 10 going across there. So what it does is, so that's 10, and this is 5, so it minuses the 5 off the 10, so this will be 5 here. So this will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and that turns off. So it's pretty much a subtraction. It's more meant for a very complicated sort of redstone. But if you don't turn it into a subtraction mode, then if this current is smaller than that one, then it will deactivate this one. So say this one, that one's already 5, say this one was 3 or something, then that means it's closer to this, and it will deactivate that current that's going through there. I know, it's very, very annoying and complicated. I still haven't learned everything about these, but I do know a little bit. But that's pretty much the basics of redstone, guys. So that's what every block does. If you guys want to see some of this in some contraptions and different things that you can do with that sort of stuff, and let me know in the comments below. Let me know what you want to see, what of these items you want to see more of, and what sort of thing you want to know. Because I am happy to do it if you guys are interested, but hopefully this video helped you guys to learn all what the blocks do, because it took me a while to work out what some of them did. Like that observer, I didn't really know what the hell that was about until I looked it up. But hey, that's pretty much it, guys. Thanks again so much for watching. I'm going to see you all in the next video. Bye!